Hello and welcome to Chit Chat. I'm your host, Jessica Fowler.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! And I'm here with Sandy Jameson and Sonia Thomas. And today's topic is perfectionism. Ugh. I kind of dread it because I think I used to be one and it was really hard on me. Now, Sonia, this is your topic, so what do we tell the viewers about being a perfectionist?
Yeah, it's my topic. It's dear to my heart because, I'm a perfectionist in recovery, right? So
and it can be crippling, right?
It can be crippling, yeah, because it boxes you in. It's prevented me from taking risks, from putting my work out there, like with blog postings, for example, because it has to be just perfect. And there's no such thing. We all know this intuitively, but we get trapped in that cycle of not being good enough. Yeah.
So how do you know if you're a perfectionist? Because I always wonder if I am, sometimes.
Yeah, so automatic negative thoughts, that's a big one. If you should yourself a lot, like I should have done it that way. Or
coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. If you have a lot of black and white thinking, so either it's pass or fail, that's another one. People who are perfectionists tend to also procrastinate because they never think they're good enough and ready enough.
Right. We should do that as our next topic, procrastination, for sure.
We should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, so, are you perfectionists?
I think I used to be, and I think that as a mother, I had to learn to let go of a lot of things and realize that it's okay to do them. It doesn't have to be amazing. Just start and do your best and trust that my best is enough and that I don't have to worry about what other people think, that if it's good for me and good for my family, that's okay.
Yeah, and fuck the rest, right?
I feel the same way today.
Good energy today, girls.
I used to be a perfectionist, but I think for me it was, I didn't fully accept myself, so I had to be perfect with everything the external world saw, right? So I think everything for me used to have to be perfect because that was a reflection of who I am, whereas now I'm aware of things that I'm not perfect at and I accept them and I put that out there. I'm not the best at this or I'm not the greatest at that, and it lowers the bar for what I think the world should see and what I can produce. So.
And was there an area of your life that you were more focused on being perfect on than others, like career, body, relationships, or did it go over all of them?
I would say it cycled for me.
Yeah.
I would go through stages of body for sure, going to the gym 2 times a day, running 5 miles, only eating salads without dressing. I took it to the extreme of wanting perfect body. Career, school for me, definitely wanted to be the best in my class, definitely wanted to be promoted first, I think.
Yeah.
But it would come in waves, so I think when I have a goal, I had to be perfect at that goal and achieving it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think definitely for career in the past, I wanted to be perfect and wanted to, I don't know, I guess there's a certain gratification from doing amazing and having others recognize that. And I certainly don't need other people to, I don't know, to fill me up, but
To validate,
but I certainly do like to stand out. I like to do my best and have others see what's possible.
Right. I think you're really big about commitment and seeing stuff through, and I think that's part of it, right?
That's part of my character for sure.
Yeah, I think that is.
That's actually one way to help with perfectionism, is to keep your goal in mind, keep your intention in mind, really why are you doing this? So that way you don't get lost in the noise, in the inner critic around you.
Right.
So keep your eye on the prize. What's this really for? But yeah, similar to you guys. Body image, huge, right? Wanting to be the perfect student, the perfect daughter, that bar is always changing wherever you go, and it's exhausting, and it's hard to live authentically when you're always just trying to be perfect because you're trying to meet somebody else's expectations.
And what is perfect? That's what I've come to question, right?
Yeah.
I know we compare to others all the time. We talked about confidence and where we get confidence, and what is perfect to somebody isn't perfect to me, but looking at others for perfection and then defining it through others has been, I think, unsuccessful for me. So it's that self-acceptance and then going, okay, what's perfect for me? And to your point with blog writing, I was so shy about sending in my blogs, and I was such a perfectionist. I would keep reading them and I'd never publish them. And to your point, my intention was to teach people. So if I had a spelling error or grammatical error, and if you read my blogs, I'm sure you'll find one in every one, spot Jessica's grammar error. But the intention was to educate.
Yeah.
So I think, that the messaging for me is what was important, and that's what's got me over that hump. So it's not about being perfect in everything, it's your intention, to your point.
Right, because that blog post may never get posted if you're
Right.
so worried about that spelling or grammar mistake
Right.
that other people might pick up
And
on.
I just want someone to learn
Exactly.
from it, like the bigger picture. So
Yeah.
I think defining what perfect is, and to your point, the intention is important.
And also knowing that like all of us, I think in this society, because we value our worth is based on productivity,
Right.
to a huge extent, right? So understanding that we're not in this alone, and that a lot of it comes down to just like the messaging we got when we were really young. Like we were rewarded for our performance, for behaving well, and if we didn't behave like good girls, then we weren't good people. So that messaging,
That's crazy.
yeah. So that's. For like awareness is the biggest piece, and like talking about it openly and being vulnerable. Like when I still have moments, like I have tons of moments where like my perfectionism, I feel like kind of putting me in a box, crippling me. But talking about it with friends, like just helps like release some of the shame and the doubt, and also like being open when we are perfect and being open with when we're not. Is
Now,
whatever that is as well.
As a perfectionist, does
Yeah.
it help to say that nobody's perfect, or you just say like, oh, well, speak for yourself. I'm perfect. Like, if perfectionists are listening, like, how do you get over the fact that nobody's perfect? Like, do you
Yeah.
accept that, or?
I think it's like something that you manage. It's something internal. It's an internal dialogue that we have with ourselves. So it's being catching ourselves when we're in that spiral. So for example, if you're writing and like that inner dialogue is also like, this is like shit, this isn't gonna mean anything, like this is like, what, no one's gonna like this, they're gonna think I'm an idiot. Like really catching ourselves with those thoughts and being honest that they're there, and like you can do a lot of work around your thoughts, right? Byron Katie does a lot about like, altering our truths and challenging our beliefs, and again, like talk therapy, like there's a whole school around dealing with perfectionism because it's such a part of our society.
Right.
But self-honesty is key, not pushing it away. Again, it goes back to self-acceptance. And there's this coach, Martha Beck, who I really like, and she talks about like, just get your shitty first draft done, right? So just like back to what you were saying too, like let's just
Start
go with
it.
it.
Yeah, just start.
Yeah, because the world's also never going to be perfect for us either.
Right.
I like to trust the timing of everything and trust
Yeah.
that it is, trust that it is perfect, or as, I don't know that word itself, but just trust that it's exactly what it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And just
And
go with
also
it.
like
Time is
layers,
now.
right?
Yeah.
We talk about blogs. I send mine to you to edit.
Yeah.
And you guys are like, yeah, here's all your spelling and grammar errors, and now we're good to go. And then there's that level of confidence, the next step. So if you are a perfectionist and don't want to maybe put something out to the entire world, like find that block or that layer in between that can get you to that stage. And
That's soul
that's
trash.
helped me.
Yeah.
You guys are so
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sonia, for this one, perfectionism.
Thank you, ladies.
Yeah. If you're a perfectionist or have any ways of managing perfectionism, do leave them in the comments below. I'd be very curious. And thanks as always for tuning in. Do like, share, comment, love, all that great stuff online, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.